Absolutely no idea. It's a data build tool. Okay, what is the purpose of this tool? Anyone? I should say at least you know with that.
Transformation purpose.
Okay, so mainly for what? So mainly for data
Data transformation purpose.
transformation purpose. We are right. So data build tool. It's mainly for data transformation. So before going, let me understand. Let me understand ETL and ELT. What exactly? What is the purpose? What is the abbreviation for ETL or ELT? Abbreviation. It's a
Extra transformation loading.
extract,
Extract, transformation, and load.
extract, transform, and load. And
Load,
what about this thing? This is extract,
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 load,
load, and
transformation.
transform. And transform. So what exactly it means? Simple thing. I'll try to explain. Okay. So here what happened? Okay, see. So we are extract one second. So we are extracting the data from different data sources. Okay, sources, and transform it and load into data warehouse. So before loading only we are trying to the transformations. Okay. Whereas here what we are extracting the data, and we are simply loading. And what exactly we are doing after loading? We are doing the transformations in the data warehouse. Okay, so this is important. Okay, see here, extracting, doing the transformation, the transform data we are trying to load in data warehouse. But here what happened? We are loading and we are trying to do the transformations in the data warehouse. Tell me now here, what is the purpose of DBT? It's a ETL or ELT tool? Any area? Anyone? It's a ETL or ELT tool.
Yeah, ELT only for transformation purpose.
Okay, so remember this is not an ETL tool or ELT tool. Okay, so this is important. Okay, so this is important question. Okay, see, so many people will get confused. Okay, see, ETL or ELT, these are separate tools. Now here E is nothing but what's a E is nothing but it's an extraction. Okay, so T is nothing but say transformation. Okay, so transformation. And okay, L is nothing but say loading. So remember, so DBT is not an ETL tool or ELT tool. It's mainly for, so the T part, okay, see the T part, okay, see. So this is mainly for DT, okay, so DBT is mainly for data transformation. So it won't load anything, it won't do anything. It's don't extract. It's mainly for transformation part only. So see here, ETL is nothing but say, okay, so generally ETL or ELT is what? It's for extraction, transformation, but what happened? DBT mainly focus on the transformation part only, it will focus. Okay, simple. I'll try to give definition. So simple definition, you get it. So DBT is mainly for, it is used to transform, mute yourself. So transform the data that has been already, I'll explain what exactly. See, already loaded in the data warehouse. This is the definition. See, so DBT is used to, it is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. Yeah, data warehouse in the sense like what can be Snowflake or Redshift or BigQuery. Okay, so any cloud-based data warehouse. See what happens. See, it is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. So some ELT tools, they are trying to load it to Snowflake. And we are trying to simple thing what happens. Suppose Oracle database is there. From Oracle database, we are trying to dump into S3. From S3, we are trying to put into Snowflake in the RAS schema. Now what happened now? With the help of DBT, what exactly doing? So see, it is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the Snowflake tables. Now what happened now? We'll get what? We'll get what? We'll get the transformed data. Okay, so you got the point. See here, what happened? Ultimately, with the help of DBT, we are making the raw data into transform data. So that what I can able to use for, so views purpose or data sharing purpose, we can able to, our data unloading purpose, we can able to use this data. Ultimately, what mainly focus, see, remember, so it's a data build tool, it's a data transformation framework. Okay, see, framework. Okay, see, it's a data transformation framework. It takes the data from, okay, see this definition. It is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. Okay, see, no need to load the data because it's already loaded. Just with the help of DBT, we are trying to communicate with the particular data warehouse and we are trying to transformation. And remember, DBT is not an ETL or EL. It's mostly focused on what concept? Mostly focused on it's a transformation part. It will focus it. And remember what happened in DBT will deals mostly with the models we'll discuss it here. We're having the like we can able to create the views, we can able to create the tables, FU parameters, okay, incremental. So these all things will be created. Okay, simple thing. Remember, if you want to learn DBT, simply we should understand select statements only. So simple select statements only we can able to understand. Okay, simple thing. Let me show you the presentation. You'll get some clarity. Okay, see. So see, DBT is mainly for it's a data build tool used for data transfer. So this is like high level what exactly it's. See, it is for so not an ETL tool or ELT tool. Okay, mainly focus on which functionality? Mainly focus on the transformation functionality. Okay, so see what happened with the help of raw data. With the help of so raw data is already loaded in the data. See this definition. It is used to transform the data that has been also loaded. Now what happened with the help of DBT? We are trying to transform the data. Got the point? So this is the functionality. And what happened? See why DBT? So DBT what happened? We can able to the coding, testing, deployment, documentation, data. What exactly deployment in the sense? Tell me, anybody? What exactly deployment in the sense? Anybody, any idea?
Code migration from one environment to other
So
environment.
deployment is nothing but what's a code movement. Okay, code movement. Okay, see code movement. What exactly code movement is nothing but what? So, okay, remember in real time, there will be multiple database instances or a database environments are there. So you'll having development database. Okay, see test database. Okay, and UAT database depends on the requirement, SIT database and sandbox and production rate. Now what happened? So generally we'll work in which environment? Generally the developers in which environment production will work generally which case will work in the development instances. Now what happened? Code movement is nothing but what our models or things. Now what happened? We need to move from here to here. This is nothing but code migration. Generally what happened? We generally come into picture the CI/CD pipelines. What exactly the CI/CD pipelines in a sense like anybody? It's a continuous integration and continuous deployment. Okay, so see here what happened. So see continuous integration and continuous deployment. Okay, now who will come see what happened? Generally, what happened? Generally, DevOps team will do. But what happened in DBT? We can able to easily integrate with any code repository. Okay, so code repository in the sense like what can be GitHub or Bitbucket. Okay, so we can easily integrate with all the things. Okay, okay. So what the point? See. So here what happened? So why DBT in the sense like we can able to the development. And here we are having the testing concept is there. Okay, see in DBT we are having the concepts of testing is there. We are having singular test and generic test. Okay, see what happened. We can able to define one time and we can able to use in multiple. So remember DBT works on the DRY principle. What exactly DRY principle in the sense like anybody knows the abbreviation DRY? Tell me. Tell me what exactly it means. DRY. Anybody knows sir? DRY?
Don't repeat.
So see, don't repeat yourself. Okay, in a sense like what's apology? So daily so 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. I'm doing one activity. Okay, so tomorrow say the same what happened. So instead of doing the same activity, what happened? We are trying to define one time. We are trying to define one time and we can reuse them. Tell me in Snowflake, we are coming from Snowflake background. Tell me if I want to suppose, remember in Snowflake, we are having the concept of built-in functions and user-defined functions. What exactly user-defined functions will do? What is UDFs? What exactly it will do? UDFs?
We can define the code once and it can reuse in multiple times.
Multiple ways. So see what happens. So see, suppose like see, I'm using one logic. This logic I want to use in multiple places. Instead of using every time the same logic, I am creating one UDF and I can able to reuse them. Same thing here also in DBT. we are having the concept of macros concept is there. Here what happened? So we are putting our SQL code one time and we can able to reuse in multiple places. So this is not but same as UTF, it's also called as macros. So here we are refining one function and we can able to this called as macros. It supports macros. So see, remember, okay, this because of all this functionality, what happened? So data, okay, see DBT. So see, we can able to do that development, testing, deployment, documentation, data. See a simple thing. Let me open. Okay, see this is what anybody knows. So this is what? What is one? See, you're saying something. Now what's saying here? So run DPT docs generate, then click view to so what happened, we can able to see the documentation. See what exactly here, see what happened, this is the DBT cloud. Now I'm trying to run one function, okay, one command. So DBT docs generate, okay, see generate. Now what happened, it will generate the documentation, okay, see. So no need to do the generation. See what happened, DBT supports documentation also. Now see, it's generated. Come on, okay. So now click on this thing. Now click on this value. Okay, we can able to see the documentation. Generally, what happened now? We should do the documentation manually. But what happened in DBT, we're having the documentation. We get automatically generated with the help of this function. So see, we should mention DBT docs. By using this command, what happened? We can able to see the documentation. Okay, now see the projects. Okay, see which sources we're using. Okay, so what are the models we're using? So this all the information we can able to get easy. Okay, and here what happened here? Data lineage. So data lineage. So what is this? Tell me. This is what? What is this thing? This is data lineage. Nothing but dependency. See, this model is dependent on this model. So this nothing. So here what happened in the DBT? We can able to have the documentation part and the data, the dependencies we can able to easily understand. No need to do anything ER diagram or okay, we can able to get by this concept. So this is nothing but so data documentation and data lineage. So by using DBT, we can able to perform the testing concept, deployment, documentation, and the data lineage. So we need to define one time and we can able to use in multiple places. See the same thing. Okay, see at the end of this class, you can able to understand what exactly DBT. So mainly for testing, reusable code because no macros and JINJA templates, continuous integration, contest deployment, integration is also there, data lineage and the documentation. See, this is called as data lineage. And if you see here what happened is the documentation part, we can able to understand. So see, okay, no need to do manual activities. Simply execute this command, DBT docs, and what happened, you get automatically document will be generated and we can able to see. And this is a lineage. Okay, see what exactly. So this is the testing we are trying to do. So these are the FFL. Okay, this we can able to say like this, we can able to understand easily what exactly we are trying to do. What is the point? So clear, sir?
Can we edit the data lineage here? Like
no, it's not editable. We need to change there. Okay, so we need to change the model. We need to do here.
Okay.
So see, these are the models. Okay, see, we can able to like this borders will be there. Okay, see, we need to do all.
So like Snowflake, we just need SQL knowledge to work with the DBT. We don't need any kind of Python code or something like that.
No. So remember, okay, so DBT can written okay in the okay, so SQL language and Python language. Okay, but generally we use SQL. Okay, so we should know we should write .SQL files. Okay, see, let me write simple use case. Let me okay, see suppose let me open one SQL. Now what happened? Select one ID, Praveen, name I'm putting. Now see what happens. So these are the two columns. Let me save simple use case. I'll let explain. Go to the models. Okay. Now I'm putting something like so demo. Something I'm putting demo table dot SQL. Why I'm putting? Because I'm writing with the help of SQL. So demo table, copy the same thing. Let me create. So before that, understand here is so already I did the setup. Now go to here, go to this thing, settings. So profile settings. So you'll see, let's say later point of time, how to do the account creation. Okay. Now see, go back here. Now which database I'm using? I'm using DevDB database. Okay. And stage schema. So go to Snowflake. Let me open. So you should have remember. So if you want to run DBT, you should have knowledge on SQL as well as one data warehouse, either Snowflake. So we are working Snowflake. So we should have knowledge on SQL statement and Snowflake. Okay. Now go back here, open SQL worksheet. Now what's the database they want? They want which database? Okay, see DevDB. Tell me by using command how to use this database here. By using what? By using use database DevDB. Database. Okay, so control enter. Now we're reading the database. Same thing. What is the schema you're using? This schema. Stage schema. Okay, see stage. So use schema. Okay, see schema. Okay. Now what happens? See the same thing. Now how to see list of tables are used? Go for show.
Tables are
show tables are show views. Okay. Now how many views are there? 5 views are there. Now what happened? Let me run this model. Okay. See, like simple example, I'll write it. Okay. See. So this is the model I created in the DBT. Okay. Okay. Now simply what happened? I'm using one command. Okay. See DBT run -. We'll see detail. Okay. Don't worry. Just I'm trying to understand what exactly happened. Okay. So DBT run -m. And what's the name? What is the name of the thing? Say, so what demo table. Okay, so cancel and try to run. Okay, now see 1 second. Now see DBT run succeeded. Now see here what happened. Now what happened? How many objects are there? 5 objects are there. Now try to run what happened? I'll get 6th object, that is demo table came. So what happened? Simple thing what I discussed just now. Okay, see go back here.
But
so it is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. Now what happens? See, so we are not doing anything. So just whatever we are trying to make sure the functionality of the database. Okay, already data is in Snowflake. We are trying to access those things and we are trying to do the transformation. Simple example is that what? So simple, I did one statement so that what? One database object has been created in the Snowflake. Simple thing. Let me complete so that we'll get something. See, easy testing, reusable code, CI/CD integration, data lineage. So these things we have seen. So data lineage documentation. Now go back here one more time. Now see. So see, if you want to learn DBT, simple thing, basics of SQL statement required and Snowflake data warehouse. And tell me what are the table types we are having in Snowflake? Table types?
Permanent, transient, hybrid, and temporary.
Okay, see. So generally we'll use what? So generally we'll make sure what are the tables we're having. Generally we'll use. Okay, see. Internal tables only we'll use mostly. What are the internal tables? Okay, permanent tables, transient tables, and temporary tables. Okay, so temporary tables. So now see, so if you want to learn this DBT, know what happened? It's the functionality of what are the table types you use. Now tell me what are these three tables? What exactly these things will do? These are internal tables. And what is the difference? Any idea? Difference, high level, inbound also, so that we can evaluate. So see, it's having 90 days of what? Time travel. What about fail safe?
7 days.
7 days.
What about here? Transient table?
0 or 1 day as a time travel.
1 day time travel under 0 days.
No fail
Zero fail safe. Same thing. 1 day.
1 day time travel.
Plus 0 fail safe. And what about the important temper tables? Say what? Say session specific tables. Okay. See the same thing. Now what happened? Now let me create one more time. Suppose let's see. Go to our. Okay. So here what happened? Let me put. So this is the configuration part. We'll see detail. Don't worry if you're not able to. Simple. I'm putting table. Let me save the same thing. Now what I should run? What's the command? So DBT run -m. So demo. So just I want to say what exactly happened. Okay. See. Demo table. Now what happened? Okay, now a transient table will be created. Now see, go back here. So try to execute show tables. Okay, like what is the table name? So D percentage. Now this is what type of table? How can I say? See here, transient table has been created. So this is important. So whenever we execute any model, now what happened? Transient table will be created. This is one question. So whenever we execute any model, what happened now? A transient table will be created. Okay, this is simple thing. Simple thing. Just know what happened. So see, let me understand. So if you want to understand what happened, we should make some SQL statements, Snowflake data warehouse, table types. And tell me what are views we're having? What type of views we're having? Snowflake. What type of views we're having? What type of views we're having?
Normal view.
Yeah, materialized view.
Normal views. And then materialized views.
Secure view.
Secure view. Okay. Tell me when we'll use this each views. What is the functionality of each views? Use cases of this each views.
Normal views.
For multiple tables, we use normal views.
Materialized views for the reporting purpose, like if you want any for the front end. Okay.
No. In Snowflake,
Materialized-
materialized views can be on single table only. So it is not for reporting
For
purpose. It's mainly
multiple
for
tables,
performance
normal.
purpose. So normal views what? Multiple tables.
Table.
Mainly who will consume this views? Normally who will consume this views? Ultimately.
Our
So
BI
reporting team. So BI people can. Secure views mainly for what purpose? Secure views will use mainly for data. Data what?
privacy.
Data what?
Data privacy.
So as I said, data sharing concept. So data sharing. Please remember. So if you want to understand DBT, like you should have understanding of, okay, so simple select statement, that is with the class you should use, and Snowflake data warehouse and the table types. What type of table is in which scenario? So table types, permanent table, transient table, temple. And same thing you should understand views. What are the types of views we're having? Normal views, materialized views, secure views. So you should know understanding of where exactly this views will be used. Normal views, I say, it will use mostly for reporting purpose. Materialized views, what when you're having aggregate functions like complicated logic, will go for performance, will go for materialized. Same thing when we're using for data sharing concept, will go for secure views, will come into picture. Okay, same thing. Now what happened? Let me show you the project so you can get it. Okay, see, simple thing. What is DBT models are nothing but say simple select statement. Now what happened when I run? What happened? Tell me. When I run here, what happened? When I run the model, what happened here? Simple thing. When I run, what happened? Okay, respect to database object, it can be tables, it can be used as been created. See what happened when I try to run any DBT model. Okay, see, tables or the views will be created in a particular data warehouse. It can be Snowflake, it can be Redshift, or BigQuery, or anything. Got the point? So see, so simple. If you want to learn DBT, simple select statement required. Select statement required. And what happened when I try to run any command? What happened? It will try to create the respect to objects in the respect to data warehouse. Now what happened here? What I connected? I connected to what? I connect to what? Connect to the Snowflake data warehouse. So you go to the profile settings. Okay, see. Now go to credentials. Now here what happened? Okay, see, I can do Snowflake. That's why an object has been created in the same thing. Now what happened? We can able to do what it is. Let me help you create a new account. Okay. So create. So continue the same thing. Now see here what happened. So see, so we can able to connect to any Snowflake, PostgreSQL, BigQuery, Redshift. So remember, if you know DBT, know what happened, we can able to connect to any data warehouse. Snowflake we should give, and we should give the credential. You see the same thing on Monday. How to do the setup? What a point. See, so DBT can support on this multi-cloud, multiple data warehouse, Snowflake, PostgreSQL, BigQuery, Redshift. Okay, see what exactly it's doing. So see, definition is important. Okay, see. It is used to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. It can be any data warehouse. So data is already loaded with the help of ELT, like, okay, so like what, okay, Fivetran is there, Stitch is there. See, data is already loaded in the data warehouse. But what happened? We need to do the transformation. How can the transformation with the help of DBT? We are trying. So see this definition, already loaded. We should use to transform the data that has been already loaded in the data warehouse. Just we should transform the data that has been already loaded. Got the point? Same thing, go for one more time. Okay, now see. Now we'll see the project flow. Okay, so this is important. So see, take any project, same thing it will work. Okay, see, let me show you. So see what happened. Okay, now tell me generally what's the purpose of Snowflake? What's the purpose of Snowflake or in data warehouse? Purpose that what? Mainly for what? What's the purpose of any Snowflake or in data warehouse? Tell me. What is the purpose of any data warehouse? Anyone? What is the purpose of data warehouse? Data warehouse.
Analytics to perform analytics solutions.
To store current data plus historical data. Okay, so what's the purpose? To analyze the data. Okay, see analysis. Now what happens? Snowflake is it's an analytical solution. And it's mainly for data migration project. Okay, so migration project. Now see what happened. Now see our data is there. What our data is there in different sources. Suppose see my data is there in different sources. See my company data is in different sources. Suppose see my company data is there in. Okay, so it can be CSV files, Oracle database, SAP. Now what happened? We want to bring all this data to Snowflake. And now who will come into picture to bring this data? Directly can I will dump?
From those databases to we should transfer to the S3.
Now who will come into picture?
ETL guy.
ETL or ELT tools. Okay, see now what happened? See, okay, see, we are dumping into S3. Now what happened here? We are dumping into raw data. Now here what happened? Important concept in Snowflake. So this is access a data lake. From the data lake, we are trying to dump into Snowflake. Now here what happened? Not tell me which type of tables we should use here. Which type of tables we should use in area? Anyone?
External tables.
External tables. Any other team? I'm talking about internal tables. Any other internal tables we use? Which type of internal table we use? Permanent tables or transient tables or template? Which type of tables we use? Any idea? Anyone?
Temporary table, translator.
So transient table. See, simple thing. So like my data is in Oracle database. Now what happened? I want to, with the help of ETL or ELT. Now what happened? I am dumping into S3. Now by using what? Copy statement or Snowflake. So we are trying to, these are the data pipelines we are dumping into, okay, raw schema or landing zone. Now here, what question is that? What here I am asking? What type of table we should, so we should go for what? We should go for here. We should go for mostly transient tables. Anybody reason is that what? What is the purpose of transient tables? Reason? What is the purpose of trans? We can go for permanent tables, but I'm preferring transient tables, right? Anyone in here?
It works similar to the permanent table, but I think we have discussed already earlier, right? It's having a fair shape as a
Okay. So see what happened. We discussed earlier saying like what? Okay, see it's having. Okay, see fails time travel is 1 day and fail safe is 0 fail safe. Okay, see 0. Okay. Now what happened? Now see simple use case. This is simple only. I'll try to explain. Everything. Okay, so copy the same area and put here. So this is important. Okay, see this functionality is important. Okay, see now what happened? Suppose like see what happened. Suppose like we're having 100 tables. Okay, 100 tables, 100 files. I want to load to Snowflake 100 tables. Okay, now what happened here? I'm using truncate and loading. So truncate and loading is nothing but for removing all the records. Okay, and loading one more time. Okay, one more time. Now suppose if I go for permanent table, now what happened? Now here what happened? Okay, now suppose like I make it to 1. Now suppose like I make time travel to 0. Then what happened? Data move to where? Data move to historical data move to what? Move to fail save. Now what happened? Unnecessarily 7 days. I should go for storage cost. To reduce the storage cost, what happened? Generally we'll go for transient table. That's what the point. See, remember, okay, generally we'll go for transient table to reduce the storage cost. Okay, so this is fine. Now what happened? Transient table. Now who will come into picture? Who will do the transformations? Which guy will come into picture? Transformation part. Tell me, which guy will do the transformations?
DBT.
DBT. So DBT. So see, so now DBT. So now data. So see this definition. The data is already loaded with the help of ELT tool. Now what happened? Who will come into picture? The DBT will come into picture. What exactly it will do? Which will take the data, already loaded data. It will do the transformation and it will dump into the transform data. See, it will take the data from transient tables, do the transformation, ultimately dump into the permanent tables. Now this DBT, what exactly it will do? It will do the development part, testing part, the singular test, generic list, and the deployment, the CI/CD integration part, documentation, how you generate documentation based on which command? What is the command? DBT docs generate. Okay, see, it will generate the documentation. Okay, see, got the point. Okay, see, 1 second, let me conclude. So this is the way you should understand what exactly DBT functionality. Then you can easily understand what exactly we are trying to do. Now see here, documentation also it will be. So without no need to do any manual efforts, it will get automatically document will be generated here. Okay. And what happens? See, lineage is also there. Okay. So see, documentation. Click on this part. Okay, see. So development, testing, deployment, documentation, data lineage is nothing but what? The dependency part. Okay, see, this is dependent on which we can able to easily understand. Because now what happened? We don't see in real time, there will be multiple models, multiple tables we are trying to refer. How can do all these things with the help of this integration part? This is but data lineage. Okay. And what happened? Version control what CACD we can able to see. With the help of DBT, what happened? We are trying to do the development, testing, deployment, documentation, data lineage, and version control. Okay, so with the help of simple DBT, we can able. So it is used to transform the data which is already loaded. So the data is already loaded. With the help of DBT, we are mostly focused on the transformation part. So data development part, testing part, validation part. So these all things will be done by DBT. Now ultimately this transform data, ultimately suppose like see, now DBT come into picture. Okay, now it is in the transformation. Now ultimately where I should save this data in the form of tables only. Now which type of table you should create here? Which type of tables I should create? What tables? Transit or permanent table? Ultimately.
Fancy.
No, ultimately permanent table, permanent table. Ultimately, this is important data. This permanent data will give, ultimately, it will give another views. Now, views, what they will do? They'll try to consume, and Power BI will try to consume. See, ultimately, performance of anything, what ultimately, main focus of all the data is that transform the data, and we can able to do, it can able to consume.
Yeah, Praveen, I had one question. Okay, if you go to that flow,
which one? Backend?
Yeah. Can you go to the notepad? Here we have been mentioned like Oracle is the database, right? And we have been using the ETL to transfer the load to the S3 bucket. Okay.
Okay.
So again, like here we have been using the ETL tool because the ETL tool mainly is to extract, transfer, and the load, right?
They'll make it EL2.
Okay.
ELT is nothing but what will mostly use Python tool. Okay, fine.
Okay, that's fine.
So
I think like ETL tool we are using because we have been already performing the transformation.
Transformation part. Okay,
yeah.
So it's ELT.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you.
So this is the way. So because now what happened? So if ETL also what happened? ETL to like transformation we can, but what happened? So but we don't get the ultimately get a transform data. Suppose like if we want to get the source data, what happened? Okay, we don't get the source data. So it will make of ELT. Okay, so right now every companies are using ELT approach. Okay, so instead of transforming the data and loading, they are loading the data and transform with the help of this DBT tool. So ultimately, of any company, what they want to improve their business. That's why they're moving the historical data to the cloud, and they are doing the transformation with the help of DBT, and they can able to get the decisions. We can able to get ultimately reporting as they can able to consume the data. So this is the flow. Okay, see. So DBT can able to do all these things. Okay, development, testing, deployment, documentation, data lineage, version control. Okay, so this is the flow. Okay, so it's remember, and DBT has two options. Okay, see. So see, this is having cloud one is there, and the core one is the same as Snowflake. We're having what? We're having Snowsite UI, Classic Console, and SnowSQL. Same thing. It's a cloud one and the core one. So it's a cloud. We are trying to discuss the cloud one. Okay. So SaaS. Cloud is a SaaS in the sense like what? What is a SaaS? No need to install any software or any hardware. Create account and we can able to use the thing. So see here we mostly work on macros part, models part. Okay, see models part and what happened? Seeds with first CSV files, snapshots, and what happened. This is important. So okay, see project.yml. Okay, ultimately, so here the setup, the connection details, all things will be there. Okay, so we'll see the same thing on the Monday class. Okay, so we'll try to get one Snowflake account or Snowflake account, DBT account from AWS. We're trying to dump data, and so that what we'll get some clarity on what exactly. Okay, so this okay, so ultimately, as a part of DBT, what we need to transform the data. So these are the transformation. Now what happened? Sometimes I want to do the secure use. Sometimes I will work them like this testings. Okay, these are the testings. What the point? So it's a simple only. Okay, see, we should put efforts. Okay, so within 2-3 weeks, we can able to learn all things. Okay, see, you need to understand what the functionality of macros will do, what the function of models will do, what the functions of seeds will do, what the purpose of packages. See, packages are there. Okay, see, these are the built-in packages we are having in DBT. So we need to use and we can able to. We need to create and we need to, so we need to define here. We need to use them in multiple places. Got the point? So pre-defined packages are there. Just we should import and we need to use accordingly. Got the point? This is a high level flow. Okay, see, so this flow will be the same only. Okay, but here the tools will be different. Okay, data source will be different. Instead of SQL, get Azure. Okay, see, this is this instead of Snowflake, they're having different data warehouse are there. Okay, but if you know DBT, what happened, we can able to work on any data warehouse. Okay, so we'll work on mostly Snowflake. Snowflake plus DBT is Right now, good combination. So that's where it's Snowflake. If you know DBT, what happened, we can able to connect to any data warehouse. The setup is different. That's it. Okay. The same operation we are trying to perform. What the point? Ultimately, we'll try to conclude one more time. Okay. See, DBT say, okay, so what? It's a not an ETL or not an ELT tool. Okay. It's mainly focused on transformation part. It's a transformation framework. Okay. So framework. So mainly take the raw data and it will perform, it will give the transform data. Okay, already loaded data is loaded, just we need to transform it. Okay, so this is fine. Now what happens? So now we are having, now we can able to do the testing. So here we can say DBT can perform development, we can do testing, then documentation part, then data lineage part. Okay, so these are the things we can able to perform. Okay, and project flow is, this is the project flow. So take the data, transform the data, and we can able to do. It's a SaaS model. Okay, so SaaS and the core is that will work mostly on the SaaS thing. Okay, and here what happened here? Simple. Okay, see here we'll write mostly the models. Models is nothing but what simply it's a .SQL files that contains SQL statement. And macro is nothing but say reusable SQL code, SQL statement. That's SQL code. And we are having the seeds concept. It says seeds, nothing but CSV files. Okay. And the testing we're having what we're having. So singular test and generic test concept. So generic is nothing but we need to define one time and we can able to use multiple. And we are having the pre-built packages are there. Okay, utils packages, expectation packages. So we need to install and we need to work accordingly. And what happened? We can able to generate the document. So DBT docs generate. We can able to see the document. See simply. So these are the things we can able to do with the help of DBT. Okay. And also for anyone.
What are the data types that support